Good evening. My name is Elizabeth K Lackey, and I'm arguing for the affirmative that whistleblowers need more protection in the United States. Let's first look at defining whistleblower. In Section 21F of the Security Exchange Act of 1934, a whistleblower is defined as any individual who provides, or two or more individuals acting jointly who provide, information relating to a violation of the securities laws to the Commission in a manner established by rule or regulation by the Commission. This definition is used for those who report information to the Securities Exchange Commission, or the SEC. What does that actually mean? This means that as an individual or group of individuals, you have knowledge of a violation to federal security laws and that they have either about to occur or they've already occurred. Corporations are not whistleblowers under the definition of the SEC. In addition to the Securities Exchange Act of 1934, Congress enacted the Sarbanes-Oxley Act in 2002, which requires companies to maintain internal compliance systems that include procedures for employees to anonymously report concerns about accounting or auditing matters. These are typically called corporate compliance structures inside of corporations. Then again, on May 25, 2011, the SEC issued a final rule that set forth financial rewards for whistleblowers who provide the SEC with original information leading to securities law enforcement actions resulting in monetary sanctions of those corporations. This rule encourages whistleblowers to report it directly to the SEC and provides opportunities for financial incentives. It does not, however, indicate whether they have to report internally first before contacting the SEC. This detail and step in the process is the basis for affording greater protection opportunities for whistleblowers and clear guidance in the reporting process. While it would seem that whistleblower protection is present in the United States, there are several issues that bring about the question of whether or not whistleblowers truly have the protection needed to ensure that companies are held accountable for maintaining a strong corporate compliance system. The concern is whether or not they have to report internally first or whether they must report directly to the SEC to be protected under statute. This ambiguity leaves them in a precarious situation that can leave whistleblowers largely unprotected. Requiring employees to report internally and follow that process prior to reporting to an external body can leave them without protection in that preliminary step, resulting in early opportunities for retaliation before the information ever reaches external regulators. Companies must address this fear through their internal governance structure. They must be thinking through how employees must be afforded the right to contest actions that they deem improper, illegal, or wrongful. It is imperative that the whistleblower's right of contestability be an integral part of the corporate culture and structure to have an effective corporate compliance program. The responsibility of companies to reinforce the structure is of utmost importance to ensure strong corporate compliance and whistleblower protection. They need to create an environment that encourages internal reporting without the fear or perception of retaliation. They must feel protected. They must create an opportunity that there is a priority and demonstrate that they will deal with violations of their compliance program and that they will deal with investigations thoroughly and completely and efficiently, and that they will build a program, the opportunity for employees to contest and report any unjust or wrongful treatment, even if it flies in the face of that culture. Protecting whistleblowers who exercise their right of contestability against retaliatory acts is not only consistent with the Dodd-Frank Act, but an ethical obligation for corporations to embrace. This gives employees the opportunity to voice their concerns to their companies, even if the beliefs fly in the face of their culture. In summation, whistleblower protection should include the following provisions. Limit the ambiguity of the reporting requirements for whistleblowers to ensure either internal reporting than external reported is included, and it does not limit who is defined as a whistleblower. Extend protection to employees to support their exercising this right, and create a strong corporate compliance program that support a culture of reporting, protection, and free from retaliation, which would support an internal reporting first and allow external reporting if necessary. The opposition had challenged my debate with 2 key points. I will address the first, which indicates concern that if whistleblowers are to report directly to the SEC, this action undermines the internal control systems of the company's required corporate compliance structure. The final rule does afford a whistleblower to report the concern initially first, then have a grace period to report to the SEC directly. This period of time gives the company an opportunity to investigate the complaint directly through their internal process prior to SEC reporting. Many companies argued this does not give them enough time to be able to investigate properly. This point is a way for companies to skirt around having strong internal reporting systems. If the company has a strong, well-regarded corporate compliance structure where employees feel protected from internal retaliation, this should not be a problem. It puts pressure on the company to have a structure in place. However, if they are following a solid corporate compliance program built on the right of contestability for the employee, this structure affords optimum transparency and compliance. The second challenge to this argument regarding whistleblower protection centers around the Dodd-Frank Whistleblower Award Program. Incentivizing employees to report to the SEC and not report internally may in fact create superfluous claims. When a company has a robust and strongly implemented corporate compliance program, encouraging employees to go around the internal process with an incentive creates the opportunity for an overabundance of bogus claims. Thank you for your time and the opportunity to present this argument.